Okay, it's Mace from the Outerhaven Productions once again. I am here with Lola, the marketing director for the Australian-New Zealand area. And obviously you can tell by the nice green sign behind us and the green on this man's shirt, we are at the Razer booth at PAX 2016. Lola, what are we going to have a look at today?
All right, so we've got a number of things here today. We've got a number of our refresh products, including our the most advanced gaming mouse out there now, the Death Adder Elite. We also have our new Kraken 7.1 Chroma V2, as well as the Razer Ornata, our Stealth laptops, and the Core. A lot of people have been asking about the Core, external graphics card unit, and also our new Razer Blade, which is sporting the GTX 1060. And on top of that, we also have our Broadcaster Suite, and also our OSVR HDK 2 headset.
So that's definitely pretty much covering every single base. Is there anything that Razer hasn't got covered at this point?
I think we've dabbled in almost everything that is possible, but I'm sure we'll have a few more tricks up our sleeve.
All right, like hearing that there's always tricks up the sleeve. Now, I've actually got a couple of Razer products myself. I do have, if I remember correctly, the Razer Naga mouse, which I have yet to find anything that beats it. So that's a definite plus. And I've also got the capture device, the broadcast capture device.
The Ripsaw?
Yes, the Ripsaw.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful unit. You know, right up there. A lot better than the stupid little Ava Media thing I was using before. So I'm definitely looking forward to going in and taking a look at all these nice, and let's face it, rainbow-coloured concoctions that you guys have here at Razer.
More colour, more better. Our chroma lighting system is a trendsetter. Everyone's copying us, and that's why we've got the chroma name, and everyone else has got RGB. So,
yeah, I know that. I recently, a Cooler Master sent me something that did the same type of thing. I'm looking at it going, Razer's done it better, and they did it first.
yeah.
All right, so we're going to sort of jump down from this little stage if our knees will allow us, because let's face it, on a day like today, you're standing up and down a lot, and the body gets a bit of a workout. So we're going to do a bit of a travel, and Laura's just going to walk us through all the products.
So we're here with the Razer Broadcaster Suites. This is our one-stop solution in terms of getting online and casting your gameplay. We have on the left here our gaming PC on the big 27-inch screen, and we've also got our Stargazer webcam, our Razer Ripsaw, which is our capture card, and also the Siren Pro for our mic pickup. On the right here, we've got a Razer Blade 14-inch for our streaming setup, and we're using Razer Cortex to do our streaming and game capture. So in here, we've got a couple of little settings here. We're using the game capture for Ripsaw, of course, and for our devices, we've got our Intel RealSense camera, the Stargazer. So it's over to the left there, as you can see. One of the best things about this camera, with its two lenses, it can do depth perception and remove the background rather than using a green screen and chroma keying. So with Intel's RealSense dynamic background removal, with a click of a button, we can remove the background. So as you can see there. And we go back into the game viewer and we'll see what it actually looks like when you would be streaming. So we've got Paragon here, and you can see, the lighting's not the greatest here, but as you can see, it's removed most of the background from behind me, and it's quite clear in terms of its outline.
Using a plain background would be best at this point for...
Yeah, and you can use other things like face rig and that sort of thing, as well as you can make yourself a hamburger or a fox or whatever. But it removes that whole necessity of having a big green screen behind you and doing the chroma keying. With a Stargazer, it's just a flick of a switch, and you've got your background removal already there. The other great applications for the Stargazer as well, it has facial recognition and also hand gesture recognition. So you can sit down in front of your Windows 10 machine with it logged out. The Stargazer will recognise your face and it'll log you into your computer or laptop just by recognising your face. It also has those applications there for game developers where it can do 3D modelling. So really good application there. So it's got 2 cameras and an IR sensor there to help with all those features. We've also got the Razer Ripsaw, which I'm sure you're familiar with, talking about that before. So that's doing the HDMI channels there for the game capture. And the Siren Pro, which is our studio grade microphone. We've got a number of casters around the world using this. And of course, there are a number of bands around the world using it in their recording studios. So that's the type of quality that it has. Also on display here, we just have our Black Widow X Chroma Tournament Edition keyboard with our Razer eSport switches. Very nice sound there. And also, and lots of lighting, of course, with our Chroma lighting. Our Mamba TE mouse with a 16,000 DPI sensor. Really, really good for pretty much any game that you want to play. Personally, I use it a lot for Overwatch and anything else.
Overwatch? Yeah. That's all we ever play, Overwatch. Blizzard owns our souls.
Overwatch, Legion, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, it's all fun. So that's our Razer Broadcaster Suite. It's a great little one-stop shop in terms of getting everything sorted out for people who want to get into broadcasting, with everything from game capture, webcam, microphones, and including our software with the Razer Cortex and Gamecaster. On the left here we have our Razer Blade, the new Razer Blade, sporting the GTX 1060 with 16 gig RAM and the i7 6700 HQ. Beautiful 14-inch gaming laptop, full CNC aluminium body. It's just been refreshed, like the earlier versions that we have on display here as well, running a GTX 970. The backlighting on the keyboard is all individually backlit, and this is a VR-ready machine, so ready for the future, so to speak.
Amazing to see that, you know, most people would think big rigs for VR, not small laptops that you can carry on the train.
Yeah, well, with the PAXAus cards and that sort of thing, it's made it really easy to get into VR. So, you know, having a 1060 gives you a lot of performance for the price, and, you know, allows you to play most of the games at their best resolution. All of our screens are touchscreen as well, so you know, change your views and that sort of thing. It's a little bit hard to play Counter-Strike with touchscreen, but but speaking about FPSs, we have our Death Adder Elite mouse. So this is the upgraded version of the Death Adder Chroma, which has won many awards over the past couple of years. We've made a couple of changes to this. Nothing on the side of ergonomics. It is still the same beautiful feel in the hand. We've added the DPI switches on top, so you can actually change the sensitivity on the fly. We've also increased the DPI for the sensor as well to 16,000, up from 10,000. And it's also, with the 5G optical sensor, it is rated as the most advanced and most accurate sensor on the market at the moment. It's got a tracking resolution of 99.4%, so I think you'll be hard-pressed to find anything that comes anywhere near that. The other great thing about the Death Adder Elite is that we've added in our Razer mechanical switches to the buttons. So on a normal mouse, you'd have about 20 million button presses. With the Death Adder Elite, you have 50 million. So you got a lot more bang for your buck in terms of you know, the price point. The price point is also a little bit cheaper than the current Death Adder Chroma. So yeah, really good unit. We also have our Kraken 7.1 V2 headset. We made a couple of small changes to our number one selling headset across the globe. It's got lovely 50mm drivers and nice soft ear cups. We've also added in a metal band across the top here, so just to make it a little bit more durable for those long gaming hours, and, you know, particularly for those rage quitters. So and all the same features that you would expect in the Kraken 7.1. We just made a couple of nice little tweaks there to bring it up to what people have been giving us feedback about. Nice. Over here on the right, we have our Stealth laptop. So this is our Ultrabook. Great for the office, great for student work at the uni, that sort of thing. And then when you bring it home, you plug it into the core, and it turns into a gaming machine. So the core here is running a GTX 1070, but you can run AMD or NVIDIA cards. It doesn't really matter there. The core itself has got a 500 watt power supply, 4 USB 3 ports, Ethernet port, and everything's running on the Thunderbolt 3 connection to the Stealth. The Stealth itself that we have here is the first iteration. So it's 8 gig RAM, 512 gig PCIe SSD hard drive, touchscreen, and it's running an Intel HD 520 graphics card in there. Down below it, we have the new Razer Ornata keyboard. So this is a hybrid switch that we've developed. So it's membrane mechanical switch. It's to replace the Deathstalker. So if you're familiar with the Deathstalker, it's a membrane keyboard. This is a step between membrane and a full mechanical keyboard. So got a nice little tactile bump, and also that nice audible click, and also the half-size caps on the keys as well. Is also a point of difference there. Of course, it has the chroma lighting, and it has a lovely little wrist rest which is magnetized, so you can actually remove that, take that away if you so feel, but fits quite nice there as well. And probably one of the other more recent releases is the Firefly Cloth Edition. Late last year we released the Hard Edition, which is our first USB mouse mat. The Cloth Edition is a control surface primarily, but it also has speed sensitivities as well there, so you can do that all within the Synapse software. But it has a nice little textured weave in there, so it's probably more appropriate for games like League of Legends or Dota or any sort of MOBA game. But I'm actually starting to prefer this over the Firefly hard surface.
So it's actually a bit different from just having your standard mouse pad with lighting effects to be fancy. Yeah, it's sort of like, it's all part of the ecosystem for us with the chroma lighting system. Generally, your mouse mat is just a piece of rubber sitting on the side doing nothing, whereas with our chroma lighting system, you can now integrate it, have it pulse with your keyboard or actions in the game, or pulse to your music and that sort of thing that you're listening to. So it just adds a little bit more customization to your gaming setup. All right, so we've partnered with Antec to develop the Antec Cube Razer Edition. So as you can see here, it's a nice little form factor. It's for mini ITX motherboards. It will fit a full graphics card in there as well, but it's just got the nice lighting there for the Razer green and also our logo on top. There's no pricing locally for these at the moment, so this is one of the first ones in the country. It's a nice, simple pull-out solution in terms of popping it off. If I can do it with one hand and everyone around me, so as you can see there, I'll just snap back in when I get two hands on it. There we go.
There we go. But, yeah.
So this is going to be the freebie you're going to give me at the end of the tour, right? Yeah.
Unfortunately not. No.
Boo.
We do have some other cool stuff to give though. But yeah, that's going to be coming out in the next or the next month or so. While these guys are waiting here for their 1v1 game, I'll just talk about the Naga Hex V2. So this is our MOBA mouse. Comes in under the Naga Chroma, and Naga Epic Chroma. It's great for new players who are getting into League of Legends or to Dota 2. It's got 7 buttons on the side with a nice little thumb rest, stop you from firing off a skill accidentally. 16,000 DPI sensor, and we've also got profiles which you can download for both games, and it'll map all the buttons for you straight away, so you get into the game quicker than ever.
We'll let this guy get back into his game before his friend starts cheating against him. We know what you're doing. See, we got you on camera. We know you're cheating. You're lucky last.
And the last cab off the rank is our OSVR HDK or Hacker Development Kit that we have here. So as you can see here, this is our headset. Fully customizable. Like, you can change the lenses, you can change the screens that are inside. We've also got like focus tabs as well, so you can change that. So for people who've got glasses and that sort of thing, you can actually change like the focus there. fully open source, so we work with a lot of different platform developers and that sort of thing, and make this available to them in terms of creating games. But it's also great for tech enthusiasts who want to fiddle around with VR, develop their own apps, or create their own applications for the headset itself. So this is actually on sale now at the moment for $649. So it's a really great price point when you consider the other headsets that are out there at the moment. It will play OS VR content as well as some Steam VR content, such as Descent Underground, Radial G, those sort of games. So some of the Vive titles.
I'm going to guess not PS4 compatible.
No. PS4 is always sort of locked down to their own systems. But it's a great little headset. We're running a demo here called Sky Harbour. It's a nice little scripted scene with some robots in the sky, of course, being Sky Harbour. And very, very similar in terms of its specs for against the Rift and the Vive. So if you're interested, we do have a special on at the moment. Up until November 11, you can get 3 games if you purchase it through our website, and get CDF Starfighter, Descent Underground, Radial G as well. So that is our HDK2. I'd run you through a demo, but it might be a little bit difficult with the camera.
Yeah, most definitely. And unfortunately, I haven't got the money on me to buy one at the moment. The VR is sort of very out of my price range, but definitely something to consider. So thank you very much for your time as I switch camera around to try and get some sort of hopefully headshot, because I can't see what I'm filming. So again, thank you very much for taking us through the Razer suite of products and seeing what's out, what's coming out, and what stuff I'm not getting my hands on.
Excellent. No, thank you for your time, Carl. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great weekend.
I hope so too.